Declarative statements control the computations, flow control, and input and outputs. This is an example code of a Fortran. You can clearly see the declarative and imperative statements. In declarative statements, they have initialized the variables. In imperative statements, there are control structures such as do loops and conditional statements like if, which are responsible for execution the program. This is an example for a declarative statement. First, it allocates the memory, then bind a name for the memory, and then initialize. That means add a value to the created memory location. Subprograms. In Fortran, subprogram is a small piece of code that solves a well-defined subproblem. In a large program, instead of replacing code, these tasks can be solved by subprograms. There are two types of subprograms. They are subroutines and functions. Subprograms decrease the complexity of the main program. Functions. They both take set of inputs as arguments and return value of some data type. Thus, a function returns a computed result by the function name. Fortran function has a data type and a function name and a function body. At the end, it will return the specific value by the function name. This is an example for a Fortran function. It will take an input parameter, do the computations, and return the value by the function name. Subroutines. A Fortran function can essentially only return one value. Often we want to return two or more values or nothing. To gain this purpose, we use subroutines. This is an example subroutine. It also takes input parameters as arguments and do the computations and capable of returning many values. All computer programs can be coded by using only three logical structures: simple sequence, selection, and repetition. Simple sequence is the least complicated. It has only one path. Selection. Program execution controlled by a selection. That means a condition. It is more advanced than simple sequence. There are two types of control structures in Fortran: conditional statements and looping structures. If is the major conditional structure of Fortran. There are two types of if statement: logical if and arithmetic if. These are designed to do two different purposes. There are several loops in Fortran which are designed by the aid of goto statement, but it will support for only one type of loop, that is do loop. Repeat until loop is designed by the aid of